Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James. This is for my video diary reflection for personal training. What I'm going to be doing today is going to be talking about a documentary called The Top Secrets About Body Language. So, essentially, the gist of the documentary itself is that it's essentially explaining the importance of body language. And a very interesting fact that they talked about during the documentary itself is that body language accounts for 93% of all human communication, whereas only 7% of all human communication is verbal, which is incredible because we tend to associate words as the most important thing. But the truth is, it's more about how you display yourself when you're talking, which I thought is a little bit questionable because I feel like tonality also plays a huge role, a lot bigger of a role than 7%. I don't know. I feel like that's questionable, but if the statistics are sound and everything's makes sense and has been proven, then it's hard to argue or refute that. But nevertheless, there were multiple examples throughout the video that were incredible. Particularly, they were giving tons of examples on celebrities and political figures because these are people where they're always in the spotlight or they're always in the limelight, so they really have to know how to present themselves in front of crowds. Because if they don't present themselves properly, then they'll give off the wrong impression, and then newspapers and tabloids will just present this everywhere, and it just kills their reputation, and they literally live off reputation. So maintaining their reputation is the most important thing. A great example. I was looking at Bill Clinton. He was walking with, I believe, it was the president of Israel, the Israeli president, and then the Palestinian president. It was very interesting because Bill just walked right through the door, and then the two presidents were fighting over who gets to go in last. Because in the Middle East, it's apparently a custom or I don't know, a sign of power that the person who goes in last is essentially the leader, right? They're the one who's allowing you to go through the door. It was interesting because they literally just grabbed each other and they were fighting over who got to go in last, which really let us know the fact that they were fighting a power struggle. That was incredible. Another great example of Richard Nixon during Watergate. He was being interrogated by newspaper reporters and tabloids, and when a newspaper reporter asked him whether or not he stole money, first thing he said was that he didn't. That he's not a lying man, that he didn't steal money. And as soon as he said that, he just pushed himself off the podium and then he crossed his hands. Basically, what that meant is that he doesn't actually believe what he's saying. So he's distancing himself from what he just said when he pushed himself away. And he's crossing his arms as a defense mechanism to block off any incoming, I suppose, hate that he'll receive for saying what he said. So those are just a couple of examples throughout the documentary that were great. So now as for my opinion, I think that this is very useful, extremely useful in fact, knowing body language, especially the handshake. There was another example about handshakes. If your hand is on top, then that displays a position of power. That's really interesting, especially if you're someone who's looking to get into business or as a future health, wellness, and fitness professional such as myself. It's important to know these little cues because these little cues will really allow you to form good business relationships with other people and let them know that you know what you're doing, that you're a man or a woman who really knows what they're doing. So it's very important to get your body language right and to know how to display yourself at all times. It's not just the grooming and everything else. It's also about how you hold yourself, how you walk, and the confidence that you really let out or let other people see. It's the difference between them thinking that you're a liar or them thinking that you're a genuine person. That's huge, 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 huge in any aspect of your life. So with that being said, time's almost up. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.